be a realm that lies beyond our world. These are the stories of ordinary people who believe they've had extraordinary experiences. Some names have been changed for the purpose of this program. After the Johnsons moved house to a small New England town, they came to believe they'd disturbed a dormant presence. Terrified of what they considered to be lost souls, the family called on a team of witches to help them fight the unknown as they tried to reclaim their home and their sanity. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there is a world of possibility. Three years ago.
Look at that place. That is a beaut.
Are you serious?
Libby and Sean Johnson, along with their two daughters, Grace and Willa, searched for the perfect home.
Now, this place is a classic.
Having moved from Florida a year earlier, they believed that the town of Chester, Vermont, held promise for them.
We could restore it.
We really liked the pace of life here in New England, and we thought living in a small rural town would be a nice place to raise our children.
What do you think? Well, he needs a little imagination. I mean, this place could be great.
The Johnsons had been living for over a year in a small flat while they searched for a home of their own.
Hi, this is Sean Johnson. I'm over at the house on School Street. Yeah, I was wondering if we could see it today.
The house needed probably $200,000 worth of general construction to get it to be livable. Sean was the eternal optimist and was so excited.
It's got great bones.
What?
The house, it's solid. As a rock.
I, on the other hand, was thinking, I could never live in this house. It needs so much work.
I don't know about this, Sean. This place.
She wanted a finished product. She didn't want to live through construction.
Libby, we can do this. I could take.
Sean, who worked from home, offered to supervise the renovations.
I could look after the girls, too.
Libby thought she could use the opportunity to go back to work.
So we thought we'd give it a shot.
Okay.
Over the next few months, Sean continued to help with the construction while managing his business from the flat. Libby took a job as a secretary at the local primary school. Finally, after 10 months, the renovations were nearly finished.
Hey, Freddie, how's it going?
One afternoon, Libby checked on the workers during her lunch hour.
It's okay. I just wanted to see how you guys were doing.
Great, moving on.
Oh!
She discovered dozens of family photographs, letters and documents dating back to the Civil War.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find once you start tearing down these old walls.
I want to keep these. Could you give me a... Let me know if you find any more of these, okay?
Sure, no problem.
I was very excited to find those documents, just to learn a little bit more about history and the people that lived here. It's just interesting to think about how people lived in New England with no hospitals and grocery stores and ATMs and cars.
Libby had no way of knowing how useful the documents would prove in providing a window onto the past. After a year of renovations, the Johnson family finally moved into their new home in Vermont. The house wasn't entirely finished, but Sean and Libby couldn't wait any longer.
All right, get it while it's hot.
My husband and I were so excited to be moving into the house. It had been a year of blood, sweat, tears, and lots of money trying to renovate this house.
And for you.
The kids, on the other hand, were not as excited.
I don't like it here. It's big and scary.
You're gonna love this house.
Okay, kiddo?
Okay.
After an exhausting move, the family settled in for the night. Grace and Willa slept in their parents' bedroom, as their room still wasn't finished.
It's all right, honey. Just wake up. It's okay. It's okay, honey. Wake up. It's just a dream.
Grace, wake up.
It's okay. It's all right.
There was someone coming after me.
She saw a person come into the room with strange-looking eyes and was coming toward her.
Oh, it was just a dream, Gracie. Hey, you want to sleep in our bed tonight? Come on.
I just thought it was, you know, her nerves from being in a new place. She just was scared.
What was that? Did you...
I heard the door shut.
I heard a door slam. And then I heard another door slam. My ears are hearing the door slam, but I'm not seeing any door slamming, and I can't figure it out. It didn't make sense to me to run around the house and test all the doors and this and that because I knew it wasn't that. But you don't know what to do.
So?
Nothing. I didn't see anything.
I don't get it.
Well, it must have been the wind.
Sean downplayed the incident. He didn't want Libby to worry.
Great. Don't you think it's weird the girls never woke up?
The next morning,
Good morning, ladies. How are you? I'm telling you, Sean, it's not normal.
Well, I didn't say normal. I'm saying that there must be a logical explanation.
How can there be a logical explanation for something that's completely not logical?
So what are you saying? We have ghosts?
I have never been a believer in the supernatural ghosts, anything like that.
You're saying whether we have a haunted house?
I'm very scientific. I don't have faith in a lot of things that I can't feel and touch.
What if it is haunted? We can get our money back.
Yeah, right.
All right, girls, let's go.
Mommy's gotta go to work. I love you. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Let's go.
All right, y'all. Have fun.
the following week, the girls' bedroom was ready.
Hey. Who wants a story?
Oh, I do. I want to do a puzzle. I hate puzzles.
Listen, Willow, we'll read a story tonight, okay? And then tomorrow night you can do a puzzle with Daddy, okay? Okay. This is called The Lonely Fairy. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there was a lonely little fairy who lived in an enchanted...
I heard little girls laughing and giggling. And as soon as I opened up our bedroom door, the voices stopped. Well, I must have left the TV set on. And then everything was quiet. I thought, well, maybe I was just dreaming that.
The following morning,
Grace, Willa, come on, girls. You're gonna be late for school.
Hey, what's this?
I don't know.
Okay. Come on, zip up, get downstairs. Daddy's got breakfast waiting, okay? Go on. Scoot, love you too. Hey! Sleepyhead? Rise and shine. Hey. Hey. Hey, what's this puzzle doing over here? I thought you hated puzzles.
The fairies wanted to do it.
What?
There were 2 fairies here. We played all night.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful dream.
It wasn't a dream.
Okay. Well, what did these fairies look like?
They had white dresses, white stockings, and they had ribbons in their hair, too.
Where do these fairies live?
They live under a tree in their yard.
Well, that sounds wonderful, honey. Why don't you go, brush your teeth, and wash up, get dressed, okay?
Libby couldn't remember Grace's dreams ever being so vivid. And she knew it was not like her daughter to make up stories.
Part of me really wanted to believe that she just had a very overactive imagination.
Over the next few days, neither Libby nor Grace mentioned the fairies. Things seemed to quieten down around the house. The Johnsons settled into a routine.
Grace, Will, are you in here?
I could hear young children giggling. It made me feel really uncomfortable. I didn't really know what to think.
Grace, Willa, are you guys up here? Were you girls just upstairs?
Nope, we were right here.
Grace, what is this? What is this a picture of?
It's our house, and that's the fire.
Grace had drawn our house on fire. This was very alarming to me.
Grace, honey, why would you draw a picture like this?
I'm afraid you and Daddy are gonna die in a fire.
No, honey. Mommy and Daddy aren't gonna die in a fire.
The fairies' Mommy and Daddy died in a fire.
Grace, honey, that was just a dream. The fairies aren't real.
But it wasn't a dream. They're real.
It was interesting to me that she was so adamant that it wasn't a dream. I'm beginning to wonder maybe if there's something coming into play that isn't
But we're not
natural.
gonna die, okay?
We've had too many things happen in the house to just write them off as random events.
Things, pretty things.
Hey, what are you doing up here? What's that?
Stuff the workers found when they were up here renovating.
I decided to try and figure out, you know, if these two fairies that Grace is talking about happen to be little girls that used to live here, if there was a fire in the house at some point.
Libby decided to take some of the old photographs and documents to the local historical society.
Now, it says here that that old house was used as a barracks during the Civil War.
I was actually wondering if there was any record of any fire.
Oh.
Libby was surprised at what she discovered.
If I've seen any evidence of a fire. Yes.
What about these photographs? Do any of these people look familiar to
I
you?
don't know. Let me take a look. Yeah. Oh, look at that. There seems to be something stuck here, isn't it? Well, let's see. Oh.
He told Libby that it was an early 20th century photograph of some of the town's Civil War veterans.
Picture of the 50th anniversary of the Gettysburg Battle.
Who are the girls?
Well, I don't know, but they certainly don't seem to belong there.
It's strange because these girls match to a T a description of the fairies that Grace kept talking about that would go into her bedroom.
You know, it sort of looks to me as though that they just dropped in there. Somebody put them there with no rhyme.
Libby began to wonder if her daughter had been seeing visions of these same girls. The thought that it could be true, and the possibility of what it could mean, terrified her. Libby Johnson and her family had moved into an old renovated home.
There were 2 fairies here.
Her daughter Grace had reported seeing visions of fairies, and Libby had recently uncovered an old photo which contained images similar to those Grace had described. Libby was shaken, but remained calm, at least in front of her family.
Will you give me a kiss goodnight?
Yes, come here. Mwah. Go on.
Okay.
Hey, honey, can I show you something for a second? Just pop over there. I want you to do something for me, okay? Now, I'm going to show you this picture, and I want you to tell me if you see anybody in it that you recognize.
The fairies!
I was not surprised that Grace said that. I just knew that those little girls who were in the photograph had something to do with the house.
Hey, Grace, come on. Why don't you go upstairs and get ready for bed, huh? I'll be right up in a minute. There is an explanation. She's just a child.
Well, you heard the girls giggling in the middle of the night.
That was a dream.
Sean was finding it difficult to come to terms with the possibility that something supernatural could be involved.
I couldn't explain it, so therefore I was a little conflicted on what it could be. All these things were happening that were pointing to something other than normal.
She's been playing Ring Around the Rosie with 2 little fairies who happen to look exactly like the little girls in this picture. I never taught her that song.
Maybe she picked it up at school.
No, I talked to her teacher. She said they never sing it there. I mean, did you know that that song is about the plague? It's a song about death, Sean. She is obsessed with death. Ashes to ashes, we all fall down.
What do you want to do? Move?
No, of course not.
We've put more money into the house than it even cost to buy.
I'm sorry.
So it just wasn't an option to sell the house.
I just don't know what to do.
Grace wasn't afraid. It wasn't so scary at that point that I felt that we were in danger.
Sean and Libby tried to maintain their normal routine. One afternoon, they were relaxing at home.
Did you leave the window open upstairs?
No, I did not.
I felt like I was being watched, and like there was a presence in the room.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. There is something in this house. It's not alive. It's not like you and me.
It moved as fast as I've ever seen anything move.
You know it as well as I do, and you're gonna have to face it. I saw something, a black figure. I was at the window, and I felt something behind me, and I turned around, and I saw this black thing standing in front of me. I darted under the bed, but it was right there. I saw it. It's real.
Libby no longer believed the presence to be harmless. She searched the internet for a way to get rid of it. She read that she could remove spirits by smudging the house, a Native American ritual in which sage is burned to try and cleanse a space of negative energy.
It sounded a little far out, but at this point I was feeling really like, well, what can it hurt? It's got to help.
At a local store, Libby found some sage in the form of smudge sticks. That afternoon, while the rest of the family was out, Libby began the ritual.
We mean you no harm. Please leave this house in peace.
I walked around the house with burning sage and said a little wish in every single room.
Please leave this house in peace.
After the smudging, things returned to normal. Libby believed that the spirits had finally gone. And then, one night, Grace fell ill.
What's up, kiddo?
She doesn't feel so hot.
Oh, what's the matter?
She has an upset stomach.
Oh.
Do you want to sleep with Mommy tonight, sweetheart?
I decided to have her sleep in my bedroom with me.
Me too. I want to sleep in your bed too.
All right, all right. I guess I'm sleeping in Grace's bed tonight. Good night.
I want to sit next to Mom. No, I don't want to sit next to Mom.
Okay, I'll get in the middle. Both of you.
Good night, Dad.
Good night. Good night, Willa. Good night, Grace.
She's got really tight, like they were holding me down.
Who are you? She's not here. She's sick.
I tried to get up, and I couldn't move.
Get away! Get away! Leave us alone! Please! Please leave us alone! Get away! Get away! Leave us alone! Get away! Please!
Sean, I heard you shouting. Are you all right?
There's something in this house.
Sean was finally starting to come around and not be completely in denial that something was happening.
I think they're here.
Libby and Sean contacted a team that specialized in helping people who were experiencing unexplained activity.
I hope we're doing the right thing.
What you looking at?
Okay, hey, who wants to get some ice cream?
I want to go.
Okay, come on. Leave that. You're doing good. We'll come back to it.
Sean knew it would be best to remove the girls from the house during the investigation. The members of the research team were all followers of Wicca. Patricia Gardner was the co-founder and director of the group.
Wiccan is another word for witchcraft. Everything that we do is geared to the protection of the earth and the creatures that live on it.
Hello. You must be Libby. I'm Patricia.
Thank you so much for coming.
The rest of the team was comprised of Angela Kaufman, co-director Dana Winters, and Justin Staley. Each claimed to have psychic abilities.
What are they doing? It looks like they've sensed something.
It was a little startling to me that the first thing they did was to head over to this tree that I had never even mentioned before.
Angela felt a sensation coming from the tree.
I noticed a very strong, abnormally warm feeling coming from it, and it seemed to be a center of activity.
This is very sad. Something terrible happened here.
Yes. I can feel it.
The energies around the tree were very chaotic. We all felt that there was something very strange under or around the tree.
Let's go inside. I'll explain everything. Who are you?
Libby showed the team the hot spots in the house. Justin tried to capture evidence of paranormal activity.
Stay away. No closer.
Angela, who called herself a psychic sketch artist, used art to recreate images from her mind's eye.
What I'm trying to do is to use myself as an instrument to mirror what's going on in the room. There was a lot of spiritual activity going on in the house. I did get a couple of specific impressions. One being this figure in a Civil War uniform.
Angela's final sketch was uncanny. It matched exactly the images of the two girls in the photograph found in the attic.
I got the sense that two little girls' spirits were kind of mischievous. They were just looking for someone to communicate with.
Angela was sure she sensed several spirits.
The left part of my head started to hurt. My first thought was that something is present in the room and it doesn't like us, and it's trying to make us feel uncomfortable.
This is my daughter's room.
Patricia and Dana sensed the presence of the two little girls.
We assumed that it was the girls playing with the cat to let us know that they were in the room with us.
That's so odd. That toy's been broken for months.
Libby hoped that Patricia could explain why spirits were haunting her house.
These are interesting.
This was the one, though, that held the most interest to me. This is the one I was telling you about, the one with the two little girls.
Oh. This is amazing.
Patricia ran her hands over the images on the photograph.
These are the little girls.
As her fingers passed over the two girls, she sensed a change in temperature.
The warm feeling I'm sensing. Oh, it means that they're still earthbound.
Who are they? What do they want with my daughter?
Patricia believed the girls had once lived in the house and didn't know how to cross over to the other side. The presence of any fire remained a question.
There are others. So many others. Did you do a lot of renovations?
Patricia believed that renovations could have awakened dormant spirits.
Basically started from the bones and rebuilt it.
When you renovate things, even if something's been asleep for 100 years, that's the best way I know of to wake it up. Because they want to know what you're doing to their property. Because in their minds, it still belongs to them.
We need to perform a ceremony, which will help some of the spirits here move on to another plane.
Okay, what do we need to do?
We'll perform what we call a magic circle, and then a crossing ceremony.
This wasn't exactly scientific enough for Libby, but she was desperate to get rid of whatever was living in her house. At the Johnsons' home, a team of Wiccans began a crossing over ceremony to help rid the house of what they were sure were spirits. They cast a magic circle.
A magic circle is what witches use to protect themselves before rituals. It's a protective barrier between us and the rest of the universe.
Candles were lit to absorb negative energy and replace it with positive energy. Incense was burned to prepare the mind and body for the ritual.
If we can now please all join hands so we can start the ceremony. I conjure thee, O circle of power, that thou beest a boundary between the world of men and the realms of the watchtowers, a sacred space of protection, a shield against all evil. I conjure thee, O circle of power, that thou beest a boundary between the world of men and the realms of the watchtowers, a sacred space of protection, a shield against all evil. Justin, if you will please bless the four corners. Ye gods of the watchtowers of the east.
In Wiccan religion, guardians, known as watchtowers, are called upon to protect the four directions of the circle.
Call upon you to protect the sacred space. Ye gods of the watchtowers of the west, we call upon you to protect this sacred space. Ye lords of the watchtowers of the...
During the ritual, incense was offered to the guardians in exchange for their protection.
We can all close our eyes now.
We open a doorway so that the spirits can cross over to where they are supposed to be. For some of them, you pick up on their sadness or their fear.
think they've gone.
Afterwards, everyone in the room had a feeling of calm and peace.
Most of them have left. That's it.
Patricia told Libby she believed that most of the spirits had moved through the open door to the west, to a place called the Summerlands, a Wiccan version of the afterlife. Things returned to normal for the Johnson family, but they will never forget their experience with the supernatural.
This whole experience absolutely changed the way I think about things. I do believe in a soul now, which was a huge revelation for me. I think it's really been sort of a gift to our family.
Recently, the Johnsons removed the old large tree from the back garden to make room for an addition.
Libby, come here. You might want to take a look at this.
Ooh, truce. What is it?
Looks like there was a fire here.
He found an old brick foundation that had been all burned out.
There's even burnt clothes in the ground.
Black ash, charcoal-covered wooden beams, and burnt clothing suggested a devastating fire long ago.
Grace was right.
There really was a fire.
No human remains were ever found beneath the tree. Whether or not anyone died in the fire remains a mystery.